Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my Liverpool versus Brighton match through. And my Liverpool versus Sheffield United match preview, where we see from our match through, Liverpool just got past Brighton 2-1, completing the turnaround after nearly dove to door top of the table, which is the W's, which is the massive U's towards to door. Which is a good weekend for us, still top of the table, but obviously Manchester City and Arsenal playing out a 0-0 draw at Etihad. Which is, I think it's a better result for Arsenal, in my opinion. Honestly, I do think that. I think it's a better result for Arsenal than Man City. It shows that Arsenal done a long way from last season as well. Last season got absolutely pulled apart in the last season of Man City. And I think Arsenal fans should be happy with the point. I know that we want to win and blah blah blah. The media will be saying, "Oh, they needed to win." Blah blah blah. Off Man City's hat, always off Man City's backside. I think it hurts Man City more. Look, I'm not ruling anyone out of it. Even if Man City would have got, I wouldn't rule them out of it. 9 games to go. That's all I'm saying. But as for us, we completed the turnaround at home to Brighton. Brighton took the lead early on. Through Danny Welbeck. Purely Danny Welbeck had to be in, didn't it? Had to be him. S Arsenal. S Man United. And to be fair, we fell asleep. You have to say that. We fell asleep straight away. It was not with the shares, albeit. But it's a quick finish from Welbeck to stun the top, basically. Stun the top and to stun Anfield after 2 minutes, the first 2 minutes. And obviously, we have struggled in the past since Brighton. They are a possession-based team at Brighton, yet you have the ball. It's all about getting the ball off them as well. And to be fair, they were dangerous in behind on our right-hand side as well. On our right-hand side. Pradi and Quenza did struggle, in my opinion, on that right-hand side for, I say most of the game. Definitely the first half. Definitely the first half, in my opinion. And it's only natural. They are youngsters, let's be real. They are youngsters as well. And Brighton were dangerous. They were dangerous in behind whenever we attacked and they counter-attacked. And but we did at the equaliser through Luis Diaz. I think that came from the corner, wasn't it? It was headed out, then Salah obviously headed it back in. The returns for Diaz for offside. Well, it can't be offside because it touched a Brighton player and Diaz was onside regardless. Brighton player touched it or not. And Diaz basically teleported it into the roof of the net to make it 1-1. To get the equaliser, which was massive, to be honest, to get an equaliser before half time. Well, it was way before half time. It was way before half time as well, wasn't it? And we did have a few more chances, didn't we, to be fair? We did have a few more chances. Nunes' chance was hard, wasn't it? Because he fell to the ground, but he was quite clever. But I came for a penalty. But then decided to shoot after he was on the ground. It was almost a clever finish from Nunes, almost brilliant from him. Salah was wasteful in the final third. There was one where Salah, he just tries to pass it in. That's my frustration with Salah, with his finishing. I don't know why he tries to pass it in when you know you should have the power really on that left foot. And there was one where he tried to med a goalkeeper just by putting it through his head. I mean, just put that in the corner and you're 2-1 up before half time. So yeah, I was frustrated with Salah. As much as Salah did that obviously open me the winning goal in the second half. Wasteful. He is wasteful. So he is greedy as well. He is greedy. There was a few times during the game where there was a shot over the bar where he should have played it into Nunes, who was there at the back post. But that's sad for you. He's greedy. He is greedy. As much as we say he's world class, he is greedy as well. And obviously, Dupierre for obviously to turn it around for the Salah goal. The little ball to Salah, foot to put it in for 2-1. And but what also I was pissed off with was added time. Was added time for me when added time. Why are you trying to get another goal? Why are you trying to get another goal? I know we're thinking about goal difference and trying to put that goal difference down to Arsenal. But you can't. But the win is more important. The win is more important. You can't be desperate to get another goal in at a time. You can't make it an end-to-end game. You just can't make it an end-to-end game because you might get punished for it, and then you end up dropping points, and that's done me the criticism. So, but I will still criticise him for that because you don't want to put us through that where you're trying to get another goal, but sure, your win is more important, especially when City and Arsenal were obviously going to play each other. We're playing each other after the game as well. So, but luckily we held on. Well, we did. We held on. I'm not saying it was done, but we held on. When it shouldn't have been like that, we should have just put the ball in the corner. I was pulling my hair out. Why are you done for another goal? Put it in the corner. Put it in the corner. And that's what every game in the title race now is going to be like that now, where you don't be pulling your hair out, aren't you? Just put it in the corner. That's what you need to do now in title race games. It's put it in the corner. So, but we held on. The most important thing, we got the win. All that matters. Which means the league table looks like that. Looks like this. We're obviously Man City and Arsenal 12-0, as I said earlier. 3-point advantage over Man City, 2-point advantage over Arsenal. And we now move on to the midweek games, where we are at home to Sheffield United, Arsenal at home to Luton. So you'd expect 2 wins there, but Luton are no muds. They're no muds. They will give it a battle. Luton. They do fight for the badge. Luton as well. As much we all think Luton might be a bit of a dull difference game for Arsenal, as it should be. Yeah, it should be, but they're no much Luton, so I don't think it's going to be a 5-0 or something like that for Arsenal, but I'll probably say a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Then Luton would be something like that. Arsenal strong defensively as well, and I think Arsenal will get a 3-0 win. Man City though against Aston Villa. Man City at home to Aston Villa. I think that's a hard game, especially with the way Man City are at the moment. They've been recently. Something just don't seem to be right with Man City. Something just don't seem to be right with Man City, and I think they'll win. I do think they will beat Villa because we've been at home. But I think that'll be the closest game out of the midweek games for the title. contenders. I'm going to go 2-1 for Man City. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Man City, then at home to Aston Villa. But Aston Villa can definitely get something from that game, and you won't be shocked. But as for us, we're at home to Sheffield United, who are bottom of the table, 7 points off safety. They're all brought down because of the goal difference. The goal difference is horrendous. The goal difference is horrendous, isn't it? And no excuses from us. We should be smashing. We should be doing a demolition job on Sheffield United, thinking about that goal difference. Now, this is the game to think about goal difference. This is the game to think about goal difference. I know the true 3-3 with Fulham, and they were 3-1 up against Fulham, but that's Fulham for you. Fulham can be quite. I think Fulham are bad away from home, aren't they? They can be quite poor away from home, Fulham. But at the end of the day, Sheffield United still bottled a 3-1 lead, didn't they? And yet Fulham back in it. So we should be confident, highly confident of getting through goals here against Sheffield United. But again, it's a title winning game, isn't it? It's a title winning game. It might not go your way. It might not go your way. First things first, most important thing, get the win. Get the win, that's the most important thing. But you need to think about goal difference as well, haven't you? Yes, do a demolition on Sheffield United. If Arsenal can score 6 past Sheffield United, that's what we should be aiming for. Try and aim for 6 now, or try and beat that, in my opinion. I think Arsenal will beat Luton. Sorry to any Luton fans, but Liverpool, the thing for Liverpool is, if it's all still my way, if it's my prediction, so basically Arsenal would be on plus 49. Southampton to beat Luton 3-0. As for my prediction, I think we'll beat Sheffield United 5-0. I think we'll beat them 5-0, in my opinion. And that's a minimum. So I'll go for the minimum. I'll go a 5-0 win for Liverpool against Sheffield United. In my opinion. As for my lineup in Sheffield United, I think it'd be Terra in goal. Praddy at right back. I think Gomez and Trenza as 2 centre backs. I think there will be a few chances. Nothing ahead that might not. I know it's not ahead to the Man United game, but that's the big one. And people will be saying, well, that's a Dante. People will be saying this is a Dante 3 points in Sheffield United way because they are abysmal. So Gomez and Trenza, 2 centre backs. Samitas at left back. I don't think Travenberts, Javier and Subotai in midfield. I think Salah will start because he'll be thinking about top scorer, Mo Salah as well. Diaz on the left, and I've done for Tony Dashboard start instead of Nunes. I would start Nunes in the United game. So the chaos he brought in that game, in the FA Cup game, and I don't mean the pass back for Rashford, I mean from my United's defence. So that would be my lineup for the game. But as I said, I think it'd be a 5-0 win to Liverpool against Sheffield United. Sheffield United, I think they'll be one of the favourites to come back up next season because, again, that's the thing with Sheffield United. They have the squad for the Championship. The squad is basically too good for the Championship, but it's too bad for the Premier League. So they'll be one of the favourites, along with Burnley, to come straight back up, to be honest with you. I think Chris Wilder, I don't think they should have went back to Chris Wilder because Chris Wilder threw his toys out of his pram, didn't they? When people were PMing him for why Sheffield United in his first spell were they were. And he threw his toys out of pram saying, oh, I'm leaving then. Chris Wilder just can't take responsibility. He just can't. He will never take responsibility. So I don't like him really, to be honest with you. I don't like him. I think sure you should be taking responsibility because you picked the team. You do pick the team. And he decides to pay on the owners as well. And also, obviously, they had a bit of a divorce, haven't they? Wilder and the owners, and now they're back together then. But yeah, see how long that lasts, because I don't think it will. I don't think it will, in my opinion, because Chris Wilder is a leopard, and leopards don't change spots. But they may come back up, Sheffield United, but for me, they shouldn't win back to him, in my opinion, but that's my opinion anyways. But yes, hope we do the job. Yes, hope we do the job. Yes, hope we get that goal difference up. Yes, hope we get that goal difference up. Obviously, most importantly, get the win, but I think it could be important we get that goal difference up as well. This is a goal difference then for me. So feel free to either force down below. Obviously, it's in our hands, the title. The title is in our hands, but still 9 games to go. I still think there will be 12 points from all 3 teams, in my opinion, from now to the end of the season. I think there'll be a lot of twists and turns. I think the lead at the Premier League, at the top of the table will change as well. I think all 3 teams will be leading at some point during the running as well. So feel free to force down below. And yes, hope Liverpool. Yes, hope we do the job. Then Sheffield United did the win, most importantly. And yes, hope we did that. Yes, hope we do it them yes and job, so we can get that goal difference up. Take care, stay safe. So yeah, as the Reds sit top of the table, have that advantage, and the title is back in Liverpool's hands with 9 games to go, as we now head into the midweek fixtures. Take care, and see you later. Come on,